So my name is Clif and I am an animal rights activist from the north of Ireland, and you may be wondering how I ended up here today. And the answer to that question is an event that happened in my life some 46 years ago when I was a 10-year-old boy. You see, I saw a cow escape from a local slaughterhouse. She ran for her life. She was chased by the workers, viciously beaten. She was roped and chained and tied to a van, and she was dragged back to that horrible place where she would have lost her life to a cruel stranger wielding a knife. And that day changed me forever. That event was my Damascus Road experience, and I realized two things on that day. Number one, as I stood there and watched her experience real anxiety and real fear, as a 10-year-old boy, I realized that animals share with us many, if not all, of the same emotions and feelings that we have. And two, that every life is equally valuable to the one who is living that life. And so, just like yours, my life has been a journey that has led me to this animal rights event today in Bournemouth, and I am so proud to stand among you brave animal defenders, my brothers and sisters in this fight, and I salute you all, because everyone who stands here today at NARD events in towns and cities across the globe are fighting with me. I see what you do, and I know the dark, disgusting places that many of you have been to. And I too am scarred deeply, just like you, by the awful things that we have witnessed. So together, hand in hand, we are stepping towards the goal of justice. And yes, it requires sacrifice, struggle, pain, and tireless work. But we will not stop until change has come to this world. So, thank you. So why are we here, and what are we asking for? Well, all great things are simple, and most great things can be expressed in single words: freedom, justice, mercy, compassion, and hope. Everyone who stands here or is sitting here today now recognizes that all animals have an equal claim to life and right to existence as human beings. We accept that other animals are entitled to respect and dignity, and that we demand that human beings should not have the right to exploit any other species of animal. We stand against animal agriculture, animal experiments, vivisection, live export, the use of animals in circuses, zoos and entertainment, working animals, service animals, and every other single way that human beings ruthlessly exploit the other animals that we share this planet with. So how do we make change? Because to quote my good friend Chris Hines, who's speaking at NARD in London today, I am sick and tired of this shit. So we must come together and heal this movement. The animals need us, and they need us now. And I can assure you that every animal who is on a slaughterhouse truck on their final journey right now does not care about our petty differences. They do not care. They don't care about politics, and they don't care about your religion. They don't care if you vote Labour or Tory, Democrat or Republican. They don't care about your nationality or your race. They don't care if you wear a keffiyeh, a yarmulke, a hijab, a turban, or a cross around your neck. They don't care what the founders of the movement said. They don't care about wars. They don't care about cancel culture, social media spats, or people who think this activist or that activist is doing it wrong. The animals just want us to help them. And I'll repeat that because it's vitally important. The animals just want us to help them. Teamwork, they say, makes the dream work, right? So I personally dream of a day where animals are free to live in peace. And for that dream to become a reality, I invite you all to choose comradeship rather than division, to choose teamwork over personal ambition, and to fight for the animals not against each other. Our journeys to this place were all completely different, but we're all now in the same boat and we share the same dream. And so we must come together to fight for animal liberation. Today I have some messages. And the first message is to the politicians that represent us. We're in the run-up to a general election in the UK, and I want to say to all candidates that character is more important than cash. Compassion is more important than canvassing. Benevolence is more important than growing the economy. And kindness is more important than political lobbying. So I implore all political representatives to do the right thing and speak out against these heinous industries that exploit and torture animals, trash our planet, destroy wildlife, the oceans, human health, and have brought us to the brink of the 6th mass extinction in cosmological history. No one, not one single person who condones or supports the exploitation of other animals will get my vote, and they don't deserve anybody else's either. I think it's a true scandal that we are forced to hold public rallies like this one to demand that our grasping, greedy, selfish politicians stop supporting this evil, and make no mistake, it is evil. And to our religious leaders around the world, maybe you could actually practice what you preach, because after all, isn't the golden rule of every religion to treat others in the same way that you would want to be treated, right? So maybe they should give that one a rethink and try to grasp what it actually means. And so with that, I call upon every chapel, every church, every synagogue, every temple, every mosque, every priest, every minister, imam and rabbi to issue a clear and unequivocal call to all their congregations that animal agriculture and animal exploitation in all its forms is an evil, disgusting abomination, and we must be rid of it immediately. To anyone here today who isn't already vegan, I urge you to make the right choice and join us. Being vegan is not about what a person eats or wears. It's about who you are. It's about your character. It's about what's inside your heart. It's about realizing that other animals are undeserving of our wrath and our selfishness. And to the people who are already vegan and perhaps not activists, I encourage you to get angry, get active, and find your voice. Tell people who you are fighting for and tell them why you are fighting for them. Remind them that animals are sentient beings. Explain to them why they shouldn't pay anyone to exploit and kill other animals. And make sure they understand that a vegan lifestyle is not difficult. Support other activists and each other. Ignore haters. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, because rest assured you will be criticised no matter what you do. And finally, work hard so that we can drive this movement forward. Everything that we do from this minute is vitally important for the future of Earth and for the animals. So we are fighting together for animal liberation, and a lifelong battle lies ahead of us. With such deeply ingrained and widely supported systematic oppression, meaningful progress will not come quickly. After all, we are only a few, with limited resources, no emotional support, and we're fighting against billion-dollar industries. So for those of you who have been running on empty whilst advocating for the most marginalised and most forgotten victims on this planet, who have thanklessly pressed ahead with activism for the sake of the animals, who have experienced trauma and emotional heartache for the countless victims who will never be able to thank you, I want to give you my deepest and heartfelt thanks. You are all my heroes. So like I said, everything we do from now forward matters. Let your actions and your voices be heard. Let us take these violent, murderous industries to task and hold the people who fund and support them to account. The time for us to act is now. Thank you.